Very good afternoon, student. Student, this is ninth class, and here we will discuss chapter number 4, Forest Society and Colonialism. Let we have to start first introduction. Student, you know we take many things from the forest. The paper which you are reading, the desk on which you are sitting, door, windows, honey, coffee, charcoal, grass, fuels, many other things. So these comes from the forest. But some we see that the forests are disappearing. If we see the data from 1700 to 1995, forest disappeared due to the industrialization, and it is about 13.9 million square kilometer area disappeared. It is very large scale. So now we will see what is deforestation. Deforestation means disappearing of the forest is referred as deforestation. What are the causes of deforestation? Causes of deforestation: first is land to be improved, second is commercial farming, third is for industrial produce, fourth is sleeper for the railways tracks, fifth is timber supply for the Royal Navy of Britain, and sixth was the plantation. Now we will discuss all these. Land to be improved. When the British government wanted to take tax, they cut the trees and improved the land for cultivation. Next is commercial farming, in which farming they benefited, they took that farming or cultivation, like the indigo, sugar cane, plantations in it. For the industrial produce, they used our forest for their industrial purposes. Sleeper for the railway. When it was the expansions of railway, many forests have cut it down. So also disappeared of forest was seen. Timber supply for the Royal Navy. During the First World War, when it was needed in Britain, the timber for supply, they look the forest which was in their colonies, like in India. Plantation. You have seen plantation already. In plantation, they took a single crop and for the sale purpose only. Now we will see how it was seen the rise of commercial forestry. In previous sections, we have seen the British needed forest for the build of ships and railway. But in this section, we read that they were very worried about the forest because the clearing due to the reckless falling of the trees, and trees by the contractors were cut it down. Dietrich Brandis. Who was Dietrich Brandis? He was the German expert who was called the first Inspector General of Forests in India. He gave many suggestions to the British to conserve the forest. First was, the proper system must be managed for the forest if we want to conserve them. Second, people must be trained. If we train the people, they can protect the forest. Next is scientific, means felling of trees had to be restricted. Means if we restrict the tribal communities who cutted down the forest and take the timber from the forest, we can save them. We could save them. Such type of suggestions given by him. He started the scientific forestry in India. Scientific forestry. He banned the gauging or grazing of the forest grazing of the cattle in the forest. This system would needed legal sections. Brandis set up Indian Forest Service in 1864 and helped to formulate the Indian Forest Act 1865. The Imperial Forest Research Institute was set up in Dehradun in 1906. By this system, they taught there was a call for scientific forestry. In scientific forestry, the natural forests are cut down and a single type of forest is grown in a row or a square form. In their place, they planted many other single type of forest which was usable for them. Now we will see the categories of the forest. The forests were categorized in three categories. First was reserve forest, second was protect forest, and third was the village forest. How were the lives of the people affected? The Forest Act meant severe hardship for the villagers across the country. Everyday activities like the cutting wood for the houses and grazing their cattle, collection of fruits and roots, hunting and fishing became illegal. The people were forced to now steal wood from the forest. If they were caught, they were mercilessly beaten up. Guards would take the bribes from them if they needed the wood from the forest. Women who collected the fuel woods were buried. After this, some people have changed their lives. Some were removed from the forest, saying that these were the criminal tribe. The next portion we will read in the next video, student. Thank you. Have a nice day.